This week we're in Big Bend, and I can't tell you how thrilled we are to be here, to be out away from the cities finally. This is kind of what I've been looking forward to for this whole road trip, is to get out away from civilization and get out into the wild and just really explore our national parks. Big Bend was not a national park that we had on our list starting this journey out, but luckily we have some friends in Houston that gave us some advice on going here and not missing it, so we took them up on that.
So glad we did. It was worth every extra penny in gas to get here. Some of the highlights on the trip this week that we can't wait to share with you. The Santa Elena Canyon hike. That was our first foray into the park, and it blew us away. Absolutely was a wonderful start to the trip.
The hike is actually, it's about a quarter or 3/4 miles down into the end of the hike in the canyon. So it's about a 1.5 mile round trip, and the first, say, quarter mile is uphill and kind of rough terrain. I mean, you're on cliffs that
little scary with a 4-year-old walking on cliffs 1.5 to 2 feet wide. But G did it, and we all survived. It was a little tenuous at times, trying to make sure that he understood to stay next to us and walk slowly and pay attention to where his feet were going. It was actually his first real hike, so it was probably a little challenging for the first hike.
He did well on it. Once you get past that first little quarter mile section, it's all kind of a gradual downhill grade back down to the Rio Grande. Just awesome once you get in there. You got sheer cliffs on either side that go up about 1,000 feet, and obviously we're on the US side right on the river, but the cliffs on the other side are Mexico.
We also went to Hot Springs in Boquillas. There's a pool or a hot spring that's a natural hot spring.
hike, really just a tiny hike. G did it no problem. Made it down here to the hot springs, and as you can see, absolutely amazing. Down here about an hour. Given we got down here pretty early this morning, about 9:30, but we've seen 2 other hikers and a group of canoers that are canoeing the Rio Grande.
We also saw some petroglyphs there. That was really cool to see something that's thousands and thousands of years old right above you. It's not protected, it's not encased in glass like you would think most of those types of things would be. That was really neat. We also did the balanced rock hike, and that was G's first significant hike.
Yeah,
it was about 2.2 miles.
Round trip, and it
was a challenge.
It's got a little bit of elevation change at the end of the hike. You're climbing up some cliffs really to get to the balanced rock. So he did well. I was surprised. He was actually on the flat part of the hike. He was less interested, but once we got into the climbing, he was moving. He was into it. I think he really enjoyed kind of scaling up those cliffs.
Yeah, the flat part, we had to take a few snack breaks to keep him motivated. That was tough, but other than that, he did really well. And it was a very pretty outlook vista over the basin from the top.
The place is incredible. Big Bend's incredible. I mean, every night you go to sleep, there's a huge canopy of stars above you. Stars unlike anything I've ever seen. So, all in all, it was a great trip, and I hope to be able to come back and visit because we only got to see a small portion of the park. It's 881,000 square miles.
Something like that.
So it's a huge park. If you go, plan on spending some time, at least a week, I would say. Thanks for joining us this week on our trip through Big Bend. We hope we were able to share some inspiring footage for you.
And if you liked this video, please give us a thumbs up down below. If not, please let us know what we can do better.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors forever. ever free.